Right, let's go live. Screw it. We're going live. Going live. Going live all the time. Live in the house tonight. Oh yeah, let's share some things here. Sharing all the things like, whoa, 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 do the boogie like now. Get down and do about a boogie. It's all about a boogie. All about the boogie tonight. Alright, 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 alright. Everybody getting down, don't know to do it. Going door to door. Boogie. Whoa, whoa, what you say? Wait. Oh, hello. How's it going? It's a bit weird. I'm going to turn the light on actually. Bit strange actually. It looks like I'm in a bit of a den right now. It is white. It is no coincidence. I know wintergarten stuff is white, but this is what happens when I turn the light on in here. It's got a white background. So I know wintergarten is on the other channel. I had this planned, so I'm just gonna go with it. Hopefully this is not delayed. This is my first try of doing something like this. But yeah, did I say boobies? I don't think I did say boobies. Hi Sam. Hello. How's it going? I just need to. Could be a short. I'm talking to somebody trying to fix my telephone exchange at the same time. I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. I'm probably make sure if you're interested, make sure you join the subscribe to the Museum of Everything Else YouTube channel, as there will be a number of live streams on telephone exchanges over the coming months if you're interested. So basically, I'm just trying this out, like just seeing what goes. And what I need to do today is something that I have planned is basically literally rewiring this bloody thing and just going with it. I may as well have shared this process because it's quite an interesting process. It's not interesting at all what I'm saying, but which is yeah, so I'm literally just going to start taking things out apart first because that's the first thing we need to do. Oh, I've got a beard. Good old beard, haven't shaved for a few days. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. I've got a carrot, so I'll just quickly show you. I've got a monitor screen down there, and then there's a computer. You can't see the computer. Top secret computer things. This is not a computer channel. Not having the computer in shot. Oddly, it's working properly. It's usually experienced YouTubers with the streams that are completely messed up. That's quite funny. Well, I mean, I say that I'm not experienced. I do a lot of live streams. I do a couple a week on Patreon. So it's not like it's a new thing for me. So the first thing that I'm going to do is literally take the bits apart that I said. So I think I'm fascinated by modular synthesizers. Good, because we're going to be looking at modular synthesizers for the next couple of hours. I don't know how long it's going for. Going out of focus, but we'll see. Good morning. I foresee this going to be a long stream. You'd be surprised. So basically the plan is this thing has not been unpatched for a long while. In fact, it's been a little unloved this past month. This past month has been an odd one because there's no like real gigs about at the minute, and I've decided to actually focus on the museum this year instead of trying to do gigs and then inevitably they get bloody cancelled. So also down here, this is a must for Kosmo Modular. I've got a step ladder so I can comfortably reach over to parts, which is fine for performing, but when you're actually trying to adjust it, I'm 6 foot, but this is taller than me. So yeah, what we're gonna do, I'm on a step ladder. And we're just going to start doing some things, and yeah, I'm just going to take everything out, everything. Oh, by the way, got these new cable tidies. These will be available soon. They're pretty snazzy cable tidies. Am I on autofocus? Double check. I am checking out the stream as well. I'm keeping an eye. Oh, thank you very much, Marcus. Hello Sam, big Brazilian fan here. By the way, do you know Arthur Jolly? No, I'll search up Arthur Jolly now. Arthur Jolly. Oh my god, I'll just be 1 sec, I've just got a knock on the... Oh no! I think I've got a post. 1 second. Bloody typical. Right, I'm back. I'm very sorry about that. Floating away, running away. I know Arthur Jolie, the rugby player. Is that correct? Anyway, we're back now. I was sorry about that. It's just typical. The second I start a live stream, there's couriers. Hope I didn't leave the oven on. No, I didn't leave the oven on. Oh, I've forgotten. Oh my god. I'm an out plonker, king of the plonkers. Okay, we're back, we're golden, we're good. Okay, right, I'm going to start by taking this thing apart and we're going to post, bringing him another phone exchange. So yeah, if you're interested in phone exchanges, I will be doing live streams like this coming up. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally unapologetically unplugging this. So there are different styles of modular synthesizers and modular synthesizer performers. I tend to use a modular synthesizer for a limited sound palette, so I could just, this is the sounds that I've spent a while trying to figure out that I want. So I hardly ever unpatch things. Maybe the odd wire here and there, but usually nowadays this all stays perfectly wired in all the time. But it just every so often it's good to kind of take it apart, because I need to, I'd said earlier that I haven't used it that much this past month. And I need to start doing live music again, so I need to kind of get it going again. So I just need to see if there's any problems, this, that and the other. I've already seen a load of screws missing. I will be looking at the live stream, at the comments. I don't know that Jolie person, rugby, Dakota Sada, it's courier, which is basically a paid delivery person. You don't have a child yet, right? No, I don't have a child. A courier. What about a child? I mean, child's a scary prospect. I've got to be honest right now. That's why I'm trying to make the most of it now. Not having a child right now, but you never know what'll happen. My partner seems to think it's on the cards, but you never know. Scary prospects. Right. Anyway, this is just loads of cables. I really should buy some new cables. I haven't bought any new cables in 4 years maybe. So they're all just old crappy cables, but they all seem to work. Hoser cables are actually pretty damn good. Stag ones off eBay cheap are pretty good, but they do break sometimes. The Hoser ones just haven't broken, which is good, and they're a little bit thinner. So if you look at these ones, for instance, this is a Hoser cable. It's really quite thin compared to the fat buggers. The bigger, thicker ones, but they're actually a lot more pliable, which is quite good, and they don't break, like I said. So I will be looking back and forth on the comments in a second. Let's see what we say. What we got? Oh no, stream needs new op amp. Oh, have I lost audio? The thicker ones. No, I haven't lost audio. Okay. Well, I've got a 3-day-old newborn. Good job. Those cables are slapping. 10 out of 10. That's always good. So I'm going to pull it back a little bit actually first, whilst I do this, and then we'll go from there. Got Kosmo in there. So if there are some eagle eyes about you, you would notice that I've gone a lot simpler here. Actually, I've removed a number of synthesizers from around. Well, my dream is to just basically be all encapsulated in this box. So it's coming. It's on its way. So many wires. So underneath these wires, hopefully there's a remnants of a synthesizer. I've got a few modules that I need to build, because there's a few empty. It always gets sparser and sparser the smaller I make these modules. So yeah. Bloody Nora, all these wires. So many wires. But we'll be covering a few different things. I'll just be trying to basically, like the live stream I did last week, I'll be trying to just cover things that get asked a lot, that tend to get edited out of videos, because usually when I'm doing videos, I tend to edit out pretty much loads of stuff to sort of keep it like 10 minutes long. And then I'm usually quickly corrected with things I've taken out, because yeah, they're always the comments. So just bloody Nora, how many cables are we got today? All the modules are nearly falling off. Let me get down. Come on. Ugh. The great thing about big jacks as well is, you know, like they could take a bit of a hitting. Like touring with a Eurorack, I can't imagine being very fun when you accidentally knock a cable. It'll break. I don't know. Not my thing. Big and chunky. This is the one. Right. Come on, all of these cables. What are we saying? What are people saying? I'm so glad my laptop cables would drive me crazy. I love 5556 timers. Hey. So that's what they mean by the box. I don't think so. I do admire your dedication and drive. Oh, well, we all have our lazy days. I had a pretty lazy day yesterday. I tried to do loads of, you know when you try and do loads of things and then just all of them seem to not work. Ah, those days. Oh, those darn days. Those darn days. Anyway, right, so it's empty. I really would regret doing that now because that's just going to take ages. Also, we need some iron brew. I don't know why I got iron brew. I'm not really a fizzy pop drinker, but I saw this oversized iron brew in the shop and I love iron brew, so. Oh, gotta love a bit of iron brew. Okay, so I'll just show you the pile on the floor. Where's the pile on the floor? Oh, come on, give me a pile on the floor. It's not that many, not that much. Not that much of a pile. So I'm just going to start plugging. The first thing I need to do actually is look through and see if there's anything broken. And then also, just dropping in, I think you're cool af. Cool af! I'm joking, cool af. My mummy says you want to get something done, give it to the busiest person. I don't know, I gotta be honest, I think that's probably a bad saying because the busiest person is going to try and find something else to do. You're an amazing... Anyway, I need to go and get some screws, basically. I just need to run over because there's loads of bits, loads of modules that are sort of hanging off a little bit. So I need to basically go and get some screws first. They're only around in the garage. I'll just go into the garage. One sec. Right, here we go. You've cornered the market on knobs. Yeah, these knobs. So how's the weather where everyone is? Oh, it's a bit of a counterintuitive saying, but I find it to be true myself personally. Cool. I feel like I've been left in charge of the synth now, yeah? Yeah, you have. Now I'm glad you took care of it, Graham. It's safe now, I'm happy. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for taking such care over Kosmo, which is completely fudge mode. It's been used not that much this year, purely because there's no gigs and stuff, and obviously I've been doing a few live streams over on Patreon musical. Oh, hello Kosmo, musical wise, but basically on Friday I'm recording. So I've got a new song coming out in a couple of weeks, and I need to record a live version of it. So I'm just making sure everything's working. I'm going to do a warm-up live instrument thing, live performance on Patreon in the coming days, and then also I will be doing a live musical live stream a couple of days after the song is out, which is just the first couple of days of July. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I'm just basically, all of them are everywhere. I'll start talking about different things. I will turn around and have a look at questions. I wish I had the screen right in front of me. I should have put the screen next to me here. But I didn't think that far through, did I? I didn't really think about it. What we got? Always a thing you need that's in a different stack of things in a different room. Well, that's my experience. Yep, that's the thing. That's how much is your electricity bill? You would be surprised, actually. I'm going to turn off the autofocus, actually, so it doesn't focus onto my elbow. My electricity bill is really quite low. These things look like they're power hungry, but they're really not. Like this thing right here, I mean, it's got like these. I would be surprised if he uses more than a computer, to be honest. The 1000 oscillator Mega Drone uses about 2 amps, which is less than an iMac, I mean. Everything's not on all the time, so I pay about, I hardly ever had the heating on or air conditioning, so I pay about £60 a month on electricity. So I don't know, make your mind up whether that's a lot or not. And I don't think that's that bad, £60. Alright, so just basically going through it all. Just popping some screws in. You'll notice there's a couple of glaring big holes there. That's going to be filled in soon. I'm going to do that right now in a sec, actually. Oh, just making sure everything's solid, basically. Holy only 2 amps for the Mega Drone. Yeah, this is the thing. Like loads of people, like it's a really common comment. He's like, oh, but his electricity bill's really high. But it's like, it really isn't. It really isn't. People get really uppity about it, but like the other thing is the Brawl and Cures, like all of those simps, like they use about the same. Like a whole I mean, I did a video on it. Obviously, it doesn't take into account power factor, but power factor with these sort of things is, I mean, it's pretty solid, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, they hardly use any. They don't use as much energy as their modern counterparts, which is cool. So if you look at it as saving energy. Ditch the computer, get a synth-fuder. Maybe don't get like a polysynth or something, like anything with like old school processing power. Now then you're talking about using energy, but this kind of thing, yeah, it's hardly anything. It's not as much comparatively. Obviously you can't send your grandma an email, but you know, do you need to send your grandma an email every day? Send her a pigeon. The amount of knobs doesn't mean it uses more power. Yeah, that's the thing. Is that a drum pad? Oh, drum pad. Yeah, it is. Line signals are only 1 volt point to point. Yeah, but that doesn't take into account the current consumption. Like line signals, very, very low current. That's because you're not driving anything and whatnot. But the other cool thing is, like, let's say, could use that to power things. I'm basically just popping some screws in where the screws are missing, because every so often in the last few months I've been taking bits out, putting bits in. Obviously it's all wooden rails, so there's just holes after holes, but they hold up. This case is about 2.5 years old, I think. These are the cases that I built in that video that I did about how to build modular synth cases, and I think that was 2.5 years ago nearly. So they've lasted pretty well. Loads of gigs. They've been one of them has fallen off the top of a van. Still works, so can't complain. Not bad for a bit of plywood. So many screws. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Gotta go up. Onto this one now. I just use standard like wood screws. My favourite ones are the small ones. If you live in the UK, go to Wilko's, which is if you're not from the UK, it's basically just like a department shop, and they have pick and mix screws. If you get the small gold screws, they're like perfect for bolting synthesizers into things. So many missing screws. A boogie woogie sugar, get funky in the club. Oh god damn it. You can't see it. I wish I had an invisible back and then you could see it screwing in. Oh yeah, I found this t-shirt recently. I thought I lost it. Busy Circuits. ALM Busy Circuits. Pretty funky. Screwing in the screws. Oh, come on, there's loads of them. How many have I missed? There's a couple more up here. Oh, good grief. Oh, there's another one there as well. Oh, man. Doesn't end. There's another one here. Holy moly. All the screws missing. I'm going to have a look at the... I wish I had a bigger monitor for the computer. I probably should have. That is some beautiful singing. Hardly. Where do you buy your jack sockets and potentiometers? I use actually I found a new UK shop that sells PCB mount ones that are really good. Actually, it's called Bitbox, BITBOX, and yeah, check it out if you're in the UK. They turn up within 24 hours, nice and speedy. God. Just doesn't end. I don't know how many screws I've already put in, but it's making me think that there were never any screws here in the first place. How the hell were they being held in? I'm gonna find out there's a problem soon, and then, oh my god, how many bloody screws are missing? I got 2 more, and then oh, shut up, Sam. Right, oh, we're falling over. Forget about the step ladder. So yeah, if you've got a Kosmo modular synthesizer, definitely get a step ladder. Definitely get it. Look how blank it is up there. Just a big blank thing. Like, I've got to sort it out. Like I was putting a logo in there and it disappeared. Missing screws. Anyways, get back to watching. Get back to watching the stream. Sounds like Sam wants a talk box. Yeah, you don't need a talk box when you're just singing. Top left low pass filter. Top left low pass filter. Top left. I'm really bad at left and oh my god! Holy shit! My chin. Still more bolting. A couple more screws. I should have just called this live stream "Screwing Screws into Modules." The live stream. 5 stars from Livestream magazine. How did he come up with such a live stream concept? Says Livestream Weekly. 10 stars. Right, okay, I think we're good. There's one, oh my god, look at that. Oops. No, I don't know whether you see that. I think that rail has seen better days, but it's fine. I'll just screw it downwards. I'll use bigger screws if I have to. Screw downwards and hope for the best. Nah, we're in trouble there. Sound like an old man now. My knees! Right. Okay, so this one right here, right in this hole. I'm gonna cram some more things in, whatever I can think of. But right now I've got these twin T drums, which I don't know whether they're gonna go in there. I've got a if you're building Kosmo modular synths, I have on the way another Midi module that's as wide as this, and it's got 18 drum triggers, or clock triggers, depends what code you put into it. And that'll be up next month at the same time as the sequencer. Right, so squeeze this in. Bloody Nora. This is the problem with having a really shoddily put together case. That's the thing, it doesn't need to be that good. I didn't use the set square. This is a bit wonky. I might need to push this one along a bit, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I haven't got sliding wood rails, I'm afraid. So this is gonna have to move with it. Zoom in a bit. Get in focus. Oh, yeah, lovely. Oh, this is a really old one, this. So it's got massive holes, massive mounting holes. So that means that I had to use bigger screws for this. Oh God, it's falling to pieces, this envelope generator. Oh dear, there we go. Oh God. These old modules, like this one's about 3 years old. It needs proper care and attention to bloody getting right, because not the finest. Oh, my screwdriver's not big enough for these screw holes, for these screws. You're not going to see this. I'm sorry, I'm in the way. Oh. But this is a proper crusty old bloody panel. I'll show you what I mean in a sec. I'll zoom in on it. So if you look down on that, I'm just getting it in focus. So if you look down on there, you could see like this, the panel, somehow I managed to drill the hole so like it's not even on the panel. And then I decided at some point, it was like, that's fine, it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna go with it. So that one's a rough old, that one and then the WAV trigger next to it. They're looking a bit tired and worse for wear. But they'll be replaced at some point. But the thing is this has got 4 envelope generators just sat in this module, so it's quite a tight thing, so it's quite good to just keep. I may make an equivalent actually, because I do need to replace it. Right, back to putting this one in. Oh my God. This is what happens when you got all these homemade panels. They're all like different sizes. Like this one below is just a different size, so it's never ideal trying to squeeze in ones, especially ones that have what. Boom, beautiful, absolutely wonderful. I'll check the comments again. FPGAs are most powerful chips on earth. Fugapuz. So obviously there is no such thing as modular enthusiast with OCD. I mean, it's not even symmetrical. Yeah, I'm not really that in. I'm not that one. I'm not very OCD. I am in some respects, but I use toothpick if the holes get too loose. Yeah, that's a good shout. Toothpick is a PVA. Sam, can you beatbox? Not very well. FPGAs already make the absolute best digital to analog converter, but I mean soon they will be doing things we didn't think possible. It's the future. I'll tell you what is the future. Cats working in factories. Nah. Cat factory. Oh yeah. Future's relay computers, obviously. No, I'm joking. Right, okay. Okie dokie. This is what it's about. Okay, so that's there. I've got to test this because this is all. I remember accidentally setting the feedback on this wrong. So you're obviously not going to get in this live stream. You're not going to get a what is it called? A live feed. It's a bit more. It's a bit more makey uppy as I goey. Sam, you inspire me to put my 20 modules back in. Thank you for adding some chaotic drums back to my setup. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. Cat Factory. Right, okay. What's the next step, you ask? Looking at Kosmo for a little bit and going over. So now the next step is actually, I'm going to double check how I tell a lie. Today isn't the first day I set all of this up. Yesterday I started sorting out the stuff down here. And to be honest, I might clean this. I haven't cleaned this my whole time, but it is absolutely minging. It has seen better days, this one. Oh, but I sort of like it that it hasn't been, oh, somehow got wet and it's got bits on it. Don't really know why. But yeah, as you can see, this thing's minging, but it does the job. So the thing is with the way I've got this wired up, so I'm trying to remember how, but I think this is the master clock. So if I look at here, yeah, this is the master clock. It's going over, it's firing this over. And the other thing is for some reason I'm trying to think why this comes back out into here. So, no. Why does that do that? So the clock out and then the clock in. Trying to remember why I've even got it plugged back into it. There's a reason why I've got it plugged in and I can't remember what. Because this acts as a transposer for this. I'll figure it out again in a bit. I've completely had a brain fog. So we're going to start wiring this stuff up again. So if you are aware of the way that I set up my modular synthesizer, it's there's loads of different ways of doing synths. As you know, there's loads of different people that do it this, that way and the other, and there's no right or wrong way. But the way I do it is the synth is merely the sound device. There's no real sequencing in here. There's a bit of a random sequencing, but that's about it for this setup. In fact, I've got a sample and hold that I've got to shove in here somewhere at some point. And the Kosmo synth is the modern equivalent of the villain's organ. Keep up your work. That's cool. Sam pressing buttons while I tried to fail to understand. Sam, you need thread inserts. I do need thread inserts, but it's all good. It's all good. But you're right. You're right. Does anybody have... The problem with thread inserts is whenever the threads are in no set place. Like if I took this off, there'll just be holes the whole way along. So, yeah. Wood seems to be happy. Wood is good. Good wood. Got good wood. Right, so I'm turning up the microphone. I'm just going to get the audio coming out. So 1 second, I'm just going to wire something in and just see if I could get it coming out the speakers. So wire it into the Furby channel. Square wave. Okay, I'm just going to turn this up. What? 1 sec, sorry. Right, so I've got it. Okay, so I know I've got sound coming out. So the first... Feedback! Got the microphone plugged in. Don't want that. Okay, so autofocus. Give me focus. Stay in focus now. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a MIDI cable because I need to plug this in. This is the first thing that I usually plug in. Basically, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm literally just wiring it back up the way it usually is because the last time I played on it, loads of bits weren't working. I couldn't figure out why. So the easiest thing is to just rewire it. I don't do this very often. It's not an often occurrence, so not a common occurrence, not an often occurrence. So just got to make sure. Got really long MIDI cables. I must have some short MIDI cables. Time to wire up the MIDI cables. Everybody get down in the club. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was complete noodle awfulness, that bit. Baked bean footage, oh damn. Sounds like my coffee maker. Cosmo sounds like he needs an oil change. Imagine if Cosmo suddenly starts looking at the camera. Oh man, if I wired him up then and didn't use it until then, that would be good. So the next step, I forget that I've got a screen right here. Yeah, I really cut myself shaving the other day, so I'm trying to grow it out to let it heal because, I don't know. Cosmac, nice teeth on computer. Fred inserts, right, okay. Fred inserts wants to be in the Cat Factory band. That's good. Right, so I'll show you where I'm at now. I've got nothing's ever bloody easy, is it? There's just stuff all over the friggin' floor. I've got patch cables all over the floor. Didn't think this through. Didn't think it through. Right, so I've wired in a MIDI cable down here. Now when I play, so the reason why I've got this MIDI module, which is just here, is basically just so there's only one cable going through between the BeatStep Pro and that, because the BeatStep Pro has outputs on it. There's got 8 outputs, but if you're going to a gig, it's way quicker to literally plug one cable into the modular instead of 8, right? Because this always is patched up. It takes me about 5 minutes to set up for a gig if I'm in a rush. So now you can see I can trigger all of them. But the other added bonus is you've got 16 outs now. So you've got 16 sounds, yeah? Lovely jubbly. Okay. And then going over here, we go over to this side. This is where you'll see that there's a couple of looms, cable looms. See these cable looms right here? So this cable loom right here is a bit messy. These have got loads of spares in case they break. These ones haven't broken, so it's got some spares dangling off them. But each of them have four running and 4 spares going into it. So there's one cable loom that goes to the top modular case, and there's one cable loom that goes to the bottom case. I still need to make it neat because right now it's all over the place. So there's one that goes into this module that's number 1, which is the kick drum, because that's the kick drum module. There's another one going into here that's number 2, and there's another one going into here that's number 3 that's up on the top row of the mixer. The thing is I wire up the synth exactly the same every time, and people say, do you remember if you unplugged a wire, would you know where it goes? Most likely I would, to be honest, because I've done this so much. Punks are supposed to clash. What's a punk? Nobody's a punk nowadays. I finally bought my synth. Cool. Play us a song. Andrew, you've done it perfect timing. Nothing's bleeding plugged in, is it? Okay. Alright, so I've done that. So we've got all of that still plugged in. I don't need to unplug it. So the first thing that I'm actually going to do, because I've only just put it in it, is calibrate the twin T drums, which are right here. So I'm going to get a wire, just for now. Coming out of the mix, I'm expecting this to just go crazy. I'm just going to plug it into this cable right here, which is the mixer. Turn it up. Oh, the mixer's not plugged in. So I'm just going to get a short cable. Oh, get a short cable over on this side. Plug it into number 2, which is this one it connects to. Yeah. Oh no. I've got to go and get a screwdriver. I need a screwdriver to calibrate this bugger. One second, room. I need a bloody screwdriver. Right, screwdriver. Good choice there, Tom. Did you blow something else? Oh, redundancy for the mission critical bits. Lovely. I'm just coming to terms with the fact that you're reading my comments just after I post them. Modern technology is marvellous. You can play the cables, Sam. Good old stack. Casio CZ101, a lovely lub jubbly. Is it ever cost effective to make your own cables? Depends, actually. The thing is I have a few homemade cables still in here. My homemade cables, I'm not very good at it, so they break quite quickly. However, yeah, it can be, but it's not very. They do take they are a little bit time consuming. But if you go for, like, let's say Van Damme cables and Nutric jack sockets, I mean, you could. They're not particularly cost effective when you can get, like, these molded ones, these stag molded ones. You can get, like, you can see how old that is. That's skanky. This one, I think you can get, what is it, like 8 of these for £8, so they end up being £1 each. Like, there has been a couple of instances where these have broke, but also there's been a couple of instances where homemade ones have broken. The only ones that I haven't experienced really breaking are the Hoser ones. They're a little bit more expensive if you want to feel fancy. So I'm going to adjust the feedback on these things. Alright, so get rid of it. Ah, wrong. Oh, I'm getting a phone call as well now. Ah, what, one seckaroo. Oh gosh, darn. Phone calls everywhere. Hello? Oh God, I thought it was somebody I knew. It's bleeding. Hello, this is HMR or something like that. Oh, so right, so that one's the Cabasa. I read retired space dumpter. The Hoser inch cables seem like good quality to me. 5U for life. So okay, so I'm literally just going to wire number 8 from the output of here. Can we see that? Yeah, you're seeing that. I'm going to plug it into the clave. That's what it is. Clave. I'm going to turn the volume up a bit because you can't really hear it. There we go. That's nice, yep. Obviously this isn't that loud and it's not a direct, I'm shouting into the microphone and I'm sorry about that. I might turn this around so you can hear it better. So if I face the microphone backwards, just tell me if this is an awful way of doing it. So hopefully you can hear it. Yeah, that's better. So the microphone's now pointing backwards. So if it sounds like absolute crap, do tell me. To all of the phone calls I get, I bought 27 iPhone 11s by now. Yeah, I mean I've got a couple of work phones, so I don't know what. Yeah. Right, hi bongo. I'm gonna get this just before the feedback. Low bongo. Kick. Yeah, nice. Right, so like I said, I'm literally wiring this up the way I wire it up every time. So you're not going to see like any experimentation really. You're just going to literally see me wiring up the way I do things for my live synth stuff. So that is the Twin T drum kit. You can get these. There's a module. This is a module kit that's available. So you can get if you go on my website, lookmumnocomputer.com and go to the store you'll get the links of the Twin T drums. I think it's the latest module that I put together for it. So for these, I'm going to have them all on the bottom row. You can't. Oh, can you see that? No, you can't. Ah. So for these drums, I'm going to have them all on the bottom row because they're my second drums. So I've got 2 sets of drums in here, and this Twin T setup is the second drums, and they're down at the bottom right here. As you can see there, I think you see that. You don't see them you see the pads lighting up over there. So kick drum, bit floppy. I think that'll be alright actually. Actually, I might make that the snare. I don't really do color coding because I'm not going to be here for. I don't want to be, you know, setting this up for till the cows come home. So. So as you can tell, they sound like organ drums, which is always good. I'm trying to find reasonably similar sized drum cables, even though these both are green, you know. Lovely. I need another cable. Give me another cable. Don't get electricity. Don't not get electricity. And then the clave or clav. The other cool thing about this is they sound pretty good going through the distortion. So I'm going to wire up the outboard of this actually into the. So I'm going to wire the output of this mixer. So right, I'll just show you. So this right here, this one right here is basically an 8-input mixer, 3 outputs, but then the top has other inputs so you can wire other things in. So basically I want to use these as 3 different mix buses for the drums. So the bottom one is like all of the transients and stuff. There's one that's a hi-hat kind of high-end thing that's got the EQs pulled out on the outboard. And then also I need to find a short cable to plug in. Give me a small cable. I need a tiny cable. Oh, a little cable. Right, I've got a little red one. Goes sideways, not ideal, but what are you gonna do? Right, so. Cool, that's the Twin T's wired in. A magnet over the electrons and use the force, America. I've got to run. Have fun and enjoy the super chat. Oh, thank you very much for the super chat, Cash Mark Olsen. I'm very sorry I missed your comment. I don't know how I missed that. How did I miss it? Mark, what did you say? I can't see it. Mark, I'm so sorry. You missed my super chat. Oh, Mark, where's the question? Question mark, please. Could you say the question? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't looking. Very sorry. I will turn around more often. I'm very sorry for the question. Find me an email. I'm going to write now. Sorry at Mark Olsen. What was the question I missed? Sorry. I'm sending it. I'm asking. I'm keeping an eye on. I think he's already gone. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I missed that super chat. Super chat. Oh, no worries. If you've got the question, ask it again. I'll turn around and keep an eye out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we've got these drums. We're going to concentrate on drums right now. That's what we're going to do. Because drums are everywhere. Drum. So you'll see these things right here. These aren't actually plugged in. Literally, I use these sort of as signalers. So they just signal main drum hits. So this one right here, actually I'm not going to use that. I'm just looking through my pile of cables, trying to find ones that are the right size, just to sort of fit in. So the first one I'm going to do is kick drum. So as you can see, I don't want it there, I want it there. So that's the kick drum. You can see it's not actually, you can see that, right? The light's really bright in here, you can hardly make it out. Oh, where's the, oh, Mark Olsen. I tagged myself. I don't remember my question. Oh, sorry. Oopsie daisy. Where is my super suit? Super shoot. Public isn't done. Come on, little jam. Come on, little jam. I can't see it. Anyway, right, so I've got that plugged in. As you can see, that's doing that. The reason why I do that is just to show that the kick drum is being played. So I find a cable that's long enough to go from there to the kick drum, which is down here. This is the kick drum module. It's just a 909 kick drum, basically. Input. Typically it doesn't work. Why is that not working? Okay, so we've got our first problem, I think. I think it might be the cable actually. I remember that this is a homemade cable and it's plugged in. So there we go. Got another homemade cable. Usually make homemade cables just from random things. I'm just going to see if it works first. Oh, maybe it isn't buggered. Maybe it's the actual. Oh, one sec. Huh. Right, this is when I'm going to see if I can figure out why it doesn't work by plugging the drum into here. So it is working. We've just got a cable problem with these. So number one doesn't work. That's a shame. Unless it's this cable over here. Yeah, I think I broke it. One sec. So right now, I think I've got a broken cable. So this is the this is the mixer, the dreaded B word. So I've just got to figure out where the cables are going. Obviously, I need some these cable looms have seen better days. So I'm going to try the red one now. Plug that in. See if the red one works. So I've got a broken purple. I think that maybe. Oh! Oh, it's for some reason the volume's down. What? Oh, I don't know how I did that. I accidentally had it off. Okay, I'm going to go back. Lovely. Okie dokie. Right, let's get back to this. So we got the, I just had it off on the mixer. The thing is with the mixer is You can take it anywhere and everything is already mixed, which is really nice. So, boom. It's nice and beefy. I have dreaded B-word mixer too. Actually, first time seeing your mixer. Oh, that's what I've used the whole time. Does he have a cable tester? Not that hard to make one. No other reason. To be honest, mate, my whole modular synth is a cable tester. So there we go. If it doesn't do it, doesn't work. But like I figured, you know. All right, so we got that wide in. This cable's a little bit long. Could be shorter. What about this one? About the same length. What about this one? That one's a little bit shorter. Okie dokie. That's the same length in the end. Right, the next thing is the snare. The snare's a little bit more complicated on this. So basically what I do is the first thing I need to do is get it triggering first actually. So let's wire that in. I'm just getting a cable that's the right size. Oh, I'll use the same cable for this one. I'm going to plug it into this one right here. So we've got the snare. And then we go out of that into a multiple, which is down here. This is a... do I bother? Yeah, plug it into the multiple at the bottom. So it goes back down to this, which is multiple it out. And then... I've got a Lindrum drum sample. It's on here. Actually, no. I'll play the. I'll figure out the snare first. Get the normal snare first. This snare isn't ideal, to be honest, and I need to update it. So I've got a snare right here, which is a snare module. So this one right here is the snare module. I'll just play it on its own. So. This one's a mutable, no it's not mutable, hex inverter, mutant, snare, based on. But that's not all, it goes into a multiple. There's a lot of noise on that actually, that's a bit weird. Oh, that's why. Adjusting the EQ's all a bit weird. And then we get the kick snare. This is a WAV trigger, and it's basically got a Lindrum drum sample. So you mix in the analog drum with the Lindrum, and if I can find a cable that's the right length, about bit long. Cables everywhere. Do you dare with the cables everywhere? Yeah. Plug that in there. And then come on. Just need a little wire. Let's plug the multiple. I've got this switch just above here that turns on and off that sample. So. Oh, I've got phasing. Weird. Oh! I've missed this. Pink. Which one's that one? So I've got another cable of. Can't remember which one I plugged in. I'll plug in red. Red. There we go. Oh, come on! the idea. So today we are learning knobs make noise that you don't want to and make noise that you don't. Here's a dumb question. What rack format is that? This rack format is Kosmo format. Check the information on my website. I actually sell the link, so it's 20 centimeters tall. 20 centimeters, 5U. It's just a little bit easier to use in Eurorack if you haven't got tweezers. Right, can't be a bit of iron brew. Right, so we've got the snare, we've got the kick. In fact, I'm going to go and get a pair of pliers. I need a pair of pliers. Just got to tighten up this one right here is a bit loose. Pair of pliers, get it tight. Yep. Right, hi-hats now. Now it's time for the hi-hats. So we've got like yep. Yeah, plenty of place. Kosmo, where do you need tweezers but you don't? Where you don't need tweezers but you do need plier. It's almost as if computer gets rid of all physical limitations of a rack setup. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, that's still the snare. Sorry, I'm not messing with the snare. Right, it's hi-hat time now. Oh yeah, but it's like nobody wants to go to a gig and just watch somebody sending emails. Right, okay, so this hi-hat module is a bit buggered. It's another on the to-do list that I've got to fix. Got to remember how to make this work. Wrong side. Boom! Just got a long cable. Right, just adjusting. So I'm sending the hi-hat into the top bus. That's because this bus is... Actually, I could save myself a... Oh, I literally just broke it. Did you see that? Did you see that? I was saying these cables are really good and I literally just yank one end of it out. Yank the end of it out. Oh, get in focus. No, it's not getting in focus. So yeah, got a broken one. So I'm just going to plug this. These are right here. These are called switched. If I zoom in. Oh. Oh god, I can't do this backwards. I'm trying to do it all backwards. As soon as I mentioned cables, you yanked one. Look, mum, no cables. I don't know this year, 2021. Right, so these wires right, these up here are actually something that I put. When I was playing a gig, I needed more mixer inputs. So what I did was in my toolbox in the van, I had some drills and I had enough jack cables to actually just drill holes in here on this module and just solder in jack sockets that are switched. So if I want to plug more into the top of this one, and they're not being in these outputs. So this is they're all rows of mixers. So each of these inputs go to these separate knobs and go to separate outputs, but I can plug it into the top one, which means that I save an extra input on the bottom. So this one's already going to the top because I've got the top ones as hi-hats. So, hella noise gate. What? Oh, that's why. Beautiful. There we get the idea. You get the hi-hat. Like literally this thing is like, I must say again, the thing is with my modular synthesizer is it's not really wired up like with the, you know, like everybody's like, oh, you get endless possibilities of soundscapes. This is literally just me, just the way I've wired, the way I've just spent ages making the things that the sounds and the tones that I like into modules basically. Well, not these modules, some of them are mutable instruments like the snare, but like these are just made to just sound, so you plug in and play with the thing, so it's like being in a band, it's like a band behind you, you know, and then you're stuck with limitations of the sounds that you like. Which are these sounds? Right, now I'm adding another drum sound into the mix, which is a click sound. I'm going to plug it in like that. Got the click going. There's a little bit of a clicky thing. To use it, industrial beats are good. Speaking of switches, I remember on your video for the long relay switch that needs to be held down, you were hoping that someone would make an overlay for it. Did that happen? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Making an overlay for it. Oh yeah! I can't remember exactly. Right, so okay, on to the next drum. So I've got a tom module, and then we add CV to it. So it's always just plugging in, getting the right cable length. Come on cables, be the right length. Oh, they're too short. Got to find some good cable lengths. Too short. Too long. Too short. Come on, I need like a intermediate wire. Oh, that one looks good. Oh, it was two put together. Oh, two of the same. Oh, I think we're good. These are good. Really. Right, so triggering the toms. I gave up with colour codes a long time ago. Right, we've got a tom. There we go. The great thing is about all of these is like most of them are going through the... so there's like a snare module and stuff like that. Does Sam still have those motorized potentiometers from Gecko Tools? I had to send. He kindly asked for them back, so I don't have them. I've got the. I had to send back the controller module to him. He only asked recently, so So now we've got that. There's another, we've got even more drums. So this module right over at the end, this big one, it's quite a big one. This is for the funky sound. So this is if you ever heard of Thomas Henry. Yeah, this is the Thomas Henry Mega Percussive Synth. It's basically just a drum module with a load of knobs. It's really cool. Search up, you can get a PCB for it. Thomas Henry Mega Percussive Synthesizer. So if I turn the light on, you can see it more. You'll notice that it's actually grey. That's because I built this. When I built this, I matched it to the Korg MS-10 colour. I don't know why, because it doesn't match any of the other synths. I'm going to plug this into the mixer right at the end. Doesn't work, typical. Ah! It was literally working a second ago. Oh, that's weird. That's never been the case before. So that's that funky module. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's that one. So I'm just making sure everything's plugged in, working. The mix is alright, which is okay. I tend to adjust the mix, like make everything louder over time, and then it all just turns into a big saturated gulpy mess. So the next point is plugging in. There's a delay right at the end, so I've got to wire everything into the delay, just because it sounds better. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the delay after that. Oh, I see. So I've got the delay actually plugged into the snare. But I'm not going to do that. I think that's a bad idea. So I'm actually going to plug the delay in after that. Plug it in after this freeze, which is this one. So if I'm like... So there's the, oh yeah, it's got the freeze as well. You get it. So that's the drum setup basically. So you got basically on top of it you've got distortion, you've got a freezy thing, and you've got a delay, and you can plug whatever LFOs from the. Actually, that's the point. I might, since I've got a little space here, I might add an envelope generator, and then that'll be clanger core basically. So okay, right. I'm just gonna run and get. So glad you're streaming while I'm awake. Whoop whoop. Oh, did I miss another super chat? I think somebody just did a super chat and I totally missed it. Oh, is it Mark? I know. That's it. How do I tell the super chats? Where's the bloody super chat gone? I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Lachlan. Oh, Lachlan. Thank you, Lachlan Williams, for the $5, Australian $5. Sorry, you didn't ask a question, so I thought I missed a super chat. But yeah, Sam, don't stop. Hit play. Sometimes. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go and get an envelope generator now. I believe the delay is PT2399 based. Yeah, so there's 3 PT2399s in there. I've got a new module coming out that's basically got 6 that are like 6 delays that are like really funky. But right, I'm just getting another module. Envelope generator. I need one now. Yeah. I just got to get my screwdriver. I need to nick. Unless I can squeeze it in somewhere else. I mean, I'm not using this anymore. I used to use this for the side chaining, but I've done side chaining a different way. Interesting. Ooh, that's a good point. Right, okay, I have, right here is an envelope generator. In fact, it's a prototype because it's green on the back. I can't figure out how to PPL on this chat on my phone. What's PPL? Popolo! I long for the day I can say, I'll just get another module. Oh yeah, it comes along, it does happen. Like, especially when you build your own modules, over time you just end up building loads of modules. Like, all of these, you know, they take a while to put together after a while, but so yeah, I'm just going to put this in here. This is an envelope generator that I'm going to use as a, oh no, it's a right old squeeze. This is a problem with making it, bugger. It doesn't fit. Oh shucks. Oh dear, we gotta do a bit of a squeeze. A bit of a rearrange here now. Okay, so I got to undo this thing basically. Get it plugged in like lower this right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So what time is it? 4:04. Jeez, I've already been doing this for an hour. I'm not even halfway. So basically I've got to take this off so I can squeeze that envelope generator in and also get in power for another LFO because I don't need this one anymore. This one's a mutable, this one's a hex inverter one as well. I'll put that into the to be used for other things pile. So if you could see from the back of this one, it's not much going on to be honest, it's just a mixer. Just 3 dual op amps and just loads of panel wire, and it hasn't gone wrong, luckily. Actually, this one did break one time. Somebody spilt a beer on it. That caused it to break. Right, so I'm taking this one out, which is the old, I think it's called Postman envelope generator. I get it now, Postman envelope generator. So I'm taking this out. I don't need 4 envelopes in such a small space, so I'm going to add a LFO in here. Just so I can plug it in whenever I'm feeling funky. It'll be an envelope generator. It'll be an LFO I can sync up. Oh, so I'm just unplugging this. As you can see, yeah, this is Postman. It's just been wired. It's something that I made like a few years ago. It's finally getting retired. Yeah, hex inverter, Postman. Right, so get in focus, yeah. So I'm going to use this LFO right here, Kosmo LFO. This is just going to pop it in there because I need an LFO in this box. I need an LFO in the bottom case because I haven't got one. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do whilst I'm here. Whilst I've done this, I'm going to bring this one along just to rearrange it a bit. Gonna do a bit of a rearrange. Funky. Oh my god. The clap's falling to pieces underneath. Right, so pop this one over here. Oh, I don't believe I'm doing this. I hate rearranging. I feel like it's procrastination. This is procrastination at its finest. Like, you know, when like rearranging studios and stuff, it just takes so much time. Time that should be spent doing other things. What's that? Tim Nichols. Sam, thanks for opening up a whole world of new and interesting stuff for me to obsess over. Ah, that's good. Yeah, it's always good to have a world of different things that are magical just to get obsessed over for a bit. Or for a long time. You just never know, do you? Have you, how many, are you making simps now, I guess? Are you making simps? Oh, just checking, sorry, one sec. Guys, I am so sorry, but I forgot name of this modular gentleman. Look, Mum, no computer. Tim Nichols, yeah, are you making simps now? Not procrastinating, clearing space for new. Right, so next one. We're putting the LFO in here. This is going to be for, there's a few modules with a bunch of voltage control in here. So I've just got a problem with this is it's all bleeding homemade. So it's all, oh, this is a prototype. It's a little bit too tall. This is one of the prototypes I made. Just got to squeeze it in. Oh! Oh! Oh god! The mounting screw that I've used to mount the actual the mount up here, it's not letting me put it up in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this one. I'm going to put this one over here for LFOs over in this area. Because I think it might be helpful over here. Come on. Oh, wrong screwdriver, screw size. Come on! Bloody Nora, come on. Whee! And then we'll get some, now get it plugged in again and we'll see if it still works. I mean, it still works. Let's see what happens. Whoa! Nearly broke it. So yeah, to answer a question, if you've ever got a question, you can still play it and mess around with the electronics in the back, unless you've got mains voltage going in here. You're not going to get electrocuted, you're not going to break anything. And if somebody says you're going to break something, well, say basically, that should be your answer. Right, okay. I ride through there all the time. We're the idiots into European mopeds. Oh, I see. I'm just trying. I think I've missed a conversation. I just found this channel a few days ago. That's good to know. Good to know people are finding it still. Right, so let's plug this mixing desk back in. The mixing desk, the mixer. It's literally the simplest thing. Simplest mixer, and it's just lasted for years. Oh, I'll give it a good old squeeze. And the paint, like this paint just keeps on staying there. It's quite amazing how long these paint jobs last for. Surprisingly hard wearing. Halford spray paint, basically. Madness. Get screwed in. I've got a couple of knobs missing. To be honest, these are really dodgy potentiometers to use. Like, yeah. Copyright strike. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Is M4TM a YouTube channel or website or what? Found a bunch of stuff tagged that, but not one specific. I don't know what M4TM is. What's the A? What? Who's blue? Thank you, Gibbo. Thanks for the amazing content. Here's to a few new pots for something. Thanks a lot for the $5, Gibbo. That is going to go straight towards the synthesizer module pot. Breadboard pot probably. To be honest, it'll probably go to relays for the new module. There's a couple of new modules I'm actually building for videos in the next few weeks. There's a couple of interesting ones, so keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for that stuff. Right, anyway, coming back. So now I've got an envelope generator, mixer, LFO just to plug into things. Like for instance, if I'm feeling fruity, I'll have some spare jack cables plugged in. I'll have some spare jack cables. Let's put that drum beat back. And then I can put this in, bring it in for a fill. Right, yeah, some sort of crescendo thing on the this delay. That'll be for crescendoing. Yep, funky. Oh, also this can be used for adding control voltage to the splicer. Like this. Maybe that's a bit of a shit idea, but whatever. Right, so I got that. Okay, envelope generator, because the thing that this misses is a noise module. I need to add a noise module just for long crescendos, like a ka, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right. I just realised I was over. Is that a drum machine on the table? Black one. No, we'll talk about that in a minute. So that is the brains. So basically, the way I do my synthesizer stuff is I have a sequencer, and then the modular is basically just the sound. So the sequences are coming from things like this. So this is a circlon. It tells it what to play. This is This is for all of the notes, for polyphonic rhythmic notes and stuff. And then this thing is for basically for the drums and also for the transposition of the whole thing, as well as the tempo of the whole thing. So those are wired into each other, and then there's a controller keyboard which is basically just plugged in directly into this to kind of do it. But anyway, today in the live stream, literally just getting it all plugged in, because I've just unplugged the whole thing. I need to double check a few things because I'm doing some stuff. Right, okay, so drums are nearly pretty much done. I haven't plugged in the clap. I ain't got the clap right now, so I will plug in the clap. Okay, I'm just gonna get the clap sorted, and then I gotta stop saying it like that. Get the clap sorted. Oh. Okay, all right. So pin number 15 is gonna be the clap. So if I want the clap to, God damn it! Why? If I just stop stinking stupid. Okay. Okay, so the clap's not working. Why is the clap not working? Give me the clap. Why aren't you working? Come on, clappy. We've got a dead clap. Oh, there's noise! Oh yeah, I forgot there was noise coming out of this. So I need to make a VCA for this. Okay, I need to make a VCA envelope generator module, and I've just made the circuit, literally. Yes. That's what I'm gonna do. Not too sure he could do that. What did he say? Studio. Have you ever patched every hole into a modular synth before? Can have a good go at it. Just a question, can you make planet beats? What's planet beats? What's a planet beats? Right, okay, so the clap is clapped, basically. Don't know what's going on with the clap. Huh. Oh. Yeah, that's gonna need some work. I don't know what can be done there. So there's a couple of things I need to do. I know for sure that I'm actually going to make a VCA envelope generator to fit in there. It'll be a project if it's of interest. So that I'm going to use that to control the clap. That's going to be like. Oh, and I can use another side of the LM13700 as a little filter. That'll be funky. Yeah, I'm going to design that next week. Right, okay, we're on to the next modular synth panel case. So ideally what I do, just for making it, hello, one of these days I've got to visit your museum. Thank you very much, Detroit Microsound, for the bucks. It's very, very helpful. All of these things help with it. Museums should be good soon. I'm going to be going over there soon and sorting a couple of chopping up some wood for some displays. Right, so next bit. Okay, so what I need to do now is I need to get a MIDI cable. Where the fudge is the MIDI cables? I've put the MIDI cables somewhere and they've disappeared. Oh, MIDI cables! I had the perfect cable for it. MIDI cables! Okay, I'm gonna have to use a really long MIDI cable, but it's, oh, Pete's sake. Okay, well, so with being able to put it up and down quite quickly in mind, I always make sure that the top case and the bottom case, as little as possible, is wide up between them. So it takes, like I said, it only takes about 5 minutes if I'm in a rush to set this thing up for a show or something. What I do is, usually the only thing that's connected between this case and this case is the MIDI cable. So, and that sometimes doesn't even need to be wired in. So this MIDI cable's really bleeding long. I wish I had a shorter MIDI cable, but I don't. Actually, I think I do. I'll go and get one. Oh, I think I've got a shorter MIDI cable. One sec. Yeah. Okay, let's see if this MIDI cable's long enough. Oh, it might be perfect. So it comes out of the MIDI through of the drum trigger. Ah, it's a bit too short. Just a little bit too short. Oh no, it might not be if I prance it in there. Oh, that's perfect. Oh yeah. Okay, so that is the only wire. So I've just connected the MIDI cable, and that is usually the only wire between the two cases, which means you can take the case off, the top case off really quick by just unplugging that cable. If you see what I mean. In New Hampshire, not to be confused with the old UK, Homies, we're here in China. We're talking about you the other day. Hey, that's good. Crucifix. You can hardwire things. But can use software. You can use software. Oh, I see. Someone recommended mono price snakes. I think I need to catch up with all this stuff, but I can't remember what snakes are. I guess you're asking what cable looms. Is that about the cable looms? I don't know what cable looms these are. They're really cheap. They're just Van Damme cable loops. I think they're about £20 each for. I think they're 2 meter long, 8 mono jack cable. They're not balanced. No balance because it's so short. The thing is, this is so close to the mixer that I'm using. So they don't really need to be balanced. Okay, so anyway, we've got this one right here, which is... So on the next one up, right, on this modular, we start with this module, which is the Midi to CV. This is a Kosmo one again, it's the Midi Muso, so it's a 6-channel Midi to CV generator. And what we're going to do first is we're going to wire in... the gate which comes out of here into here. So I'm plugging the gate. No, I don't need to plug the gate. Yeah, I do. I think. Let's see if that comes out. No, channel 1. Oh, this jack cable's broken. Another homemade jack cable. Bites the dust. Oh, I've just found some more jack cables. Lovely. Okay, so I need more cables. Short cables. I need the super short cables. I shouldn't have just had them in a pile on the floor, but that's just how I roll all these days. You've seen. So I've got the gate coming out into this buffered multiple, which is next to it. Yeah, I'm triggering that now. And then I get the output of the gate and plug it into this up here, so you get a little bit of a visual. You can sort of see it lighting up. It's very bright in here, so it's not as noticeable. I'm going to probably put that to the side one. Yeah, so this one is going to tell you that that is being triggered. I think, yeah, the visual, it's nice to have a bit of visual. So, and then we're going to wire the this also over. I could probably save, so wire this over to the attack. I've got an envelope generator over here it's wired into. As you can see, there's actually a gap. So, I mean, I tell you what, I might put another envelope generator there just because I haven't actually got 2 envelope generators. I'm going to see if I can find another envelope generator. I need another envelope generator. I'm going to just run around and see if there is one. Damn it. Damn it. I think I've used all of my envelope generators, but the thing is, this envelope generator right here, I don't know whether I'm going to use it that much there. What I'm thinking is, with this voice, this bottom synth voice is the bass synth voice. It's usually the bass synth, and I've only usually got it wired up so the VCA and the filter are coming from the same envelope generator. I might actually adjust, nah, but it's good that way. Gotta think. Gotta think. Do the think. Oh, think. Do the think. Yeah, I'm unplugging these things. So, this one right here is a buffered multiple. Buffered multiple has been removed. Just got to think about this. So, just a buffered multiple. Next to it is an envelope, is a bouncy ball generator, and this is used up here. So it's like just a bit of a bouncy ball sound. So it's like it's a cool little envelope generator. But I'm going to move this along. There's loads of space in there. I'm actually going to remove this. This one right here, because I'm going to put another module in here actually that's going to be a noise module that I'm going to make within the next couple of weeks, because I really need a noise crescendo. I go noise crescendo. That's going to go in here. I need another cable. I need another power cable. Right, so get another power cable, wire it in. Oh, bit of a squeeze. Wire this up. Pop it in there. Lovely jubbly. Now the thing is I might. So that's the VCAs. Coming from over there. Just having a think about this. Just seeing if I could save any cabling. Oh no! Dropped some. So this is I'm just trying something a bit different, but I think it could go either of two ways, to be honest. So I'm using two envelope generators now. One to control this filter of the bass drum, and then one to control the voltage controller amplifier. It could go either of two ways. Number one, it adds more sound, but number two, it also reduces the amount of control, speed of control, and it might just make it not that interesting, not that good to use for the sounds that I want to get out of it. So I will find out, because in the end of the day, there is such thing as having too many knobs. Is there? No. Right, so bouncy ball module, and then we've got a blank cable in here that I might just get another power cable and just what? Oh yeah, I got that multiple. Think. What do I need? The thing is, this needs to go up there because it's used up here. This is all up in the air. I still haven't decided fully, because there's another module I need to fit, which is that 4MS stereo audio looper. I'm trying to cut it down to four rows worth, but that just means that a couple need to get a little bit smaller. Right, okay, so next thing, I'm going to wire another cable. It's the same. Oh, a little bit too short. Come on, give me the same. Yes. So there's two. Just a bit too short. That's right in front of that. Nah, that's not going to work. Come on! I need to find a cable that's long enough. I will show you the my floor soon because it's a sight to behold. There we go. This looks a bit longer. That's way too long. Oh. It does get quicker to find the right cables after a while because, well, you'll end up getting less are sitting around. So. Oh, come on. I just want a cable that's the right length. Oh, screw it, this will do. Yeah, this is alright. So you need some dangling. There we go. Okay, right, so as you can see over there, you'll see the lights have lit up now. Oh. Get in focus. So those are the two envelope generators. Turn down this brightness of this a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. So, right, okay. So plus of this into the control voltage of that. And now, time for the control voltages. So, control voltage 1, this is the first synth. Going into a buffered multiple. So now, and then I need to send these in. I've got a, the next module actually, after the sequencer, is basically just something that you will do this around the back. Oh. I'll quickly get this plugged in so we can get some sounds coming out. Square wave from this filter, from this oscillator into this filter, and then the filter. I'm going to send it out of the filter into the safety valve, like so. Then out of the safety valve into the VCA. Oh, come on! We can find some good cables. Into the VCA. The top VCA is the one that I use for the. Can you see that? Yeah. Top VCA. I got these 4 VCAs over here, voltage controlled amplifiers, and that's basically what tells everything to turn on and off. So there's going to be 4 synth voices in here, and there's 4 wires. There's 4 sections here for controlling how loud they get. Actually, there's only going to be 3 synth voices. Damn. And then the output, and then whoop. So I plug the output of that into the input. Oh no, I need the delay. I've got to plug it into the delay. So I've got a delay going in, going through, and then out of the delay into something we call the mega duck. And it is, so now out of that, into this next module that's next to it called the Mega Duck, and that's basically the on and off of the sound. So hopefully, yeah. Okay, so we got sound. Let's see what this VCA control is like. So now I'll plug this one in. now let's get more oscillators into this bass line. Need to find. It's actually quite tiring getting all of these wired in. Bloody heck. So. Okay. Next oscillator. Square wave into the next oscillator section. So now we've got two. Oh, that's not good. How did that happen? Sorry, I just realised the camera shot is really bad. So, sorry, I was adjusting loads of stuff out of shot. Bad Sam. Right, so I've got one more oscillator in this. The thing is with this is I've got the volume control. I might even add a switch to these actually to turn on and off the oscillators. So now... No, that's too long. So now let's bring in the next one. You'll notice that it's actually slightly out of tune. Like the one of these is actually tuned to be a little bit lazy as it goes up. So the higher the note, the more out of tune it sounds, which I think is pretty cool. Like. So it's nice and in tune when it's like tight and in the bass line. But then when you go high. Makes it sound a bit more alive in my opinion. So yeah, purposely out of tune basically. Okay, so next bit. So an MS-20 clone will cost like, Peter, that's awesome. You're into the stuff so early. Where's Peter? I would love to see synths become more affordable, especially for the developing world. Yeah, it's always... Well, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, you can build them yourself. But I don't know how easy it is to get hold of these parts. I mean, in general. I mean, they don't need to look like this. The thing is that the expensive part usually is the hardware. In DIY. You can literally make the circuit in a filter, for instance, can cost like a few pounds. Not even that. It's just the hardware. Right, there's another one. So this control voltage input that I have. So I've got two control voltage inputs on this filter. I always wire up to the middle, probably the triangle out of the middle oscillator, so I can bring in like. So there's that. Right, okay. Also, where is it? Where's the LFO? LFO! Usually plug the LFO's output into, so... Pass with modulation. Plug that into the envelope generator as well. Yeah, cool. So that's like... So yeah, I'm not really into the waste my time plugging in wireless synthesis. That's fair. That's why I only ever plug this in once every few months. Like, as in, I wire this up once every few months. Once it's plugged in, it's literally plug in and play. I don't really change the sounds. I just make sure that the parameters that are required to change are changeable. So I kind of stick with the same sounds for all of it. And like, it's like a, imagine it, I see modular synthesizers as like being in a band in band practice, because you've only got a certain amount of sounds, and the main things that you're messing about with is the composition aspects. So you're just like, you're sort of curating the sounds that you use, and then you work out how to make them work in different ways with it. So that's why I'm wiring this up now, because like I said, I only ever unplug the wires every like year. And this, I haven't unplugged these wires in a year. So that's what I'm doing now, because just making sure it's all working. So yeah. The one annoying thing is that I'm going to have by next month is a portamento. Using slide on this is really important. Annoyingly, I haven't had it for a while. Right, okay, so that's the first synth voice. That's, to be honest, I only ever usually use that synth voice. The other ones is kind of just extra. Oh yeah, also I've just got to double check the filter's working. I mean, that's the thing about the delay, the triple splashback, that's the Kosmo module, is like you could pretty much have it, it goes quick enough to sound like it to be a flange. You see what I mean? That's that synth voice. Next voice, we're going for it. Do you make notes of where the wires go to revisit sounds? Ian, like as you see, I've wired this up. Like I don't need to make notes because I only ever wire them in the same way usually, and I don't need to because I know it off by heart. This other modules, the other modular synths, like for instance, there's other things where but this is kind of like my jamming, my live gigging modular, and this one just always stays the same. It's always the same. It's what I've been working on. So yeah, like I said, it's not about exploration for this synthesizer. It's about composition. And I always feel that's overlooked quite a bit because it's a real strong thing about it because, you know, it's like you're in the box but in a different box. It's not like the only sounds are like there, and it's just nice and quick and easy and quite enjoyable to write songs on. Right, okay, so I'm just plugging in the second synth voice. This is just another sort of bass line that I have. It's got a few extra bits, different bits of wiring. Just finding. Oh, come on. Okay, so I get the square out. This one's only got a square wave again. I only use square waves. Why do people use sine waves? They're the worst things. No, I'm joking. Right, output of. So I've got the VCO going into a filter and VCA, and then that's going into a sort of a dual bandpass filter, which is then going into another delay because just got to have all of these effects for different module parts just to bring things in and out. Oh, the filter's called the filter GUR because it sounds really funky, so it adds a bunch of different sounds and stuff to it. And then it comes out of the delay into a synth voice, so That's another thing about these modules is that most of them have switches on, like effects pedals, so you can quickly turn them on and off. Now I've got to plug in the envelope generator, which is going to be triggering the cutoff and the VCA of this. So control VCA, get that out of the way of the knobs below. Now triggering it with the gate, but the gate also needs to light up one of these. So plug in the gate out of there into one of these. So hopefully we've got this, can you see that? Yeah, it's a bit light, but you can see one of them is lighting up. You're not checking syntax. Same with the coding, it just takes time to learn. Mr. Start, why is it called rethinking if you are patching the same way you always do? Voila noisy stuff. I'm rethinking basically from the start. Like the bottom one, I've been cutting like more of an arrangement. It's rethinking of an arrangement. It's not wiring it in like yeah. It's more of an arrangement thing because I know the sounds that I want it to make. I just don't know where like the arrangement is in cutting it up. So yeah, maybe I got the wrong word. So I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. I'm going to plug in. This is I think I'm going to plug in the LFO to do a few things. Like I'm going to plug it in to do this, but annoyingly, I don't know if I can actually make it turn down. I haven't got a attenuator on this. I'm just going to leave that dangling. Leave it dangling. Just to plug it into anything. But yeah, no, it's a fair point, Voila, noisy stuff. Oh yeah, Voila, yeah, of course, I've just realised, sorry man, I've still got that module, the wooden module. It's new module day. How awesome. It's awesome, that blank. I've got it sitting on the shelf. Thank you very much for that. I love filter modulation, bossa fighter music. I was asking if he was using one. What was he asking? Do you at least have some way to visualize the waves on this thing? Nah, to be honest, I don't understand why you would want to visualize the waves on a modular synth that you're using, because you just like I go for the ear, what it sounds like. I don't know. Obviously, people like it depends what you're using it for. Like this, I'm using it for the sound. Like there's no point looking at it for the sound. If it's for something else, like for a different purpose, but this is for playing shows, so. For the maybe audience seeing maybe, but for the setup here, I don't think it needs a visual representation of the audio of the kit. But you know, I mean, because it might make you think in a different way, looking at the way it looks instead of the way it sounds. Maybe I don't know. Obviously, if you're making oscilloscope music, then yeah, definitely. But right, so that's that. low enough. I need to adjust that, to be honest. It's a bit out of tune as well, annoyingly. But yeah, the whole exercise in this synth is sort of just being able to change the sounds pretty quickly. Now, use a scope whilst patching it helps with everything. I've got to be honest, I don't think I need it, personally. Obviously, I'm not saying that you don't, for using a scope whilst patching it, but I just don't understand. Rethinking meant scrapping it. Do you put all voices through a safety valve at the end of a signal chain or just the bass line? For this one, it's just, in this setup, it's just the drums and the bass line that's got a distorter. The other ones actually go through those filter gurs, and that's the distortion. You know, you turn up, there's a clipping knob on that, which sort of does the job. But yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Horses for courses, to be honest. If anybody wants to have an oscilloscope in their synth, then have an oscilloscope in their synth. But for me, for this one, I've had an oscilloscope in here before. It's just like, I just was looking at it all the time. It's probably not good. I don't know. It's each their own, I guess. Right, and I've got another synth voice in here, so I've wired two in. This is basically just a big MIDI bank. That's basically all this synth is. Like, it's just a MIDI bank, and then, to be honest, if I sort of know like what I want, I could probably make it all without wires. That could work. Maybe I'll just next up. But I've had that on my to-do list for a while. But how boring! That's like, you know, when I don't know. I'm trying to think. When I don't know. It's getting rid of a steering wheel. I mean, because let's say if in a gig at some point, some people have asked like a gig, a cover or something different, it requires a different patch. Then you unpatch things for short amounts of time, but then as long as you know where everything goes, you can patch it back to normality to be able to play other things like normal things. So it's just about the patches. It's still patchable because you can still change your mind, but as long as it's in a way that, you know, you can go back to a default. This is like default, and then other times, you know, I just unplug this, let's say there's a situation where this module wants to be in this setup instead of up there, then I quickly unplug it in and plug it in and bypass it and stuff, and then at the sound check or something for the next show, I look at it, and if it doesn't look like it's in the default setting, because I sort of know where it's supposed to go, then I put it back. But, you know, it just gives you the freedom still to really mess with it. Okay, so right over here we've got a different synth module, a synth setup. We've got another voice over here. Obviously, if you're coming in now, a lot of this stuff is not rearranged much. I've rearranged quite a bit of the drum section, but this stuff didn't really need much rethinking. But I will do, as I'm going along, I will be wiring up a little bit different. So this is an octave module. It's a frequency central trans Europa, and I use it as an octave switch. I need to make a thinner thing for what this does. It doesn't really do everything I'd require quite yet. It's even got like, so I've got this going into the braids. The braids is good because you can change the sounds on the fly really quickly. Then that goes into a filter again, another filter, another 114 filter grrr thing. That's a distorting module that I've got. It's on the shop if you're interested. It's pretty weird sounding. It's like that one over there, it just sounds proper weird. And then the output of that into another delay, because you never know when you want the delay, so I figured I was just going to wire a delay into every single synth voice. And then out of that, oh no, yeah. Out of that, I've just realised I don't need all 4 of these filters anymore. These VCAs anymore. Interesting. I could probably make that smaller now. Because all of these, because these 2 synth voices up here don't actually, they've got filters that don't need, they've got filters with VCAs for the audio built into them. I don't actually need this whole module anymore. I could probably make it smaller, and now I can fit another synth thing in there. Don't know what I'd fit in there. Interesting, there's more space to be had, more space to squeeze other things in. You'll be like, why don't you use your right then? Oh, come on. Tweezers, tweezer fingers. Right, so, now, this is where I've messed up. I need this, it's a buffered multiple. I've run out of screws, gotta go and get some screws. So I've got some more screws. But his music has very hidden. Who's that? Schultz. Whenever I see you manipulate both Kosmo and the Game Boy Maker Machine, I'm worried that they will topple over. This is very true. It comes up a lot, that, like, about the weight, it's very wobbly, I know, but it doesn't fall over. It's pretty solid. And I was really scared then, I thought it was going to fall over. I was like, oh no, maybe this is the day I push it too hard. Right, so this is a passive multiple. Just going to pop that in there. Boogie woogie, shoogie woogie woogie, plugging it in. Yeah, tempting fate. Right, so I'm just popping this in. I'm making sure that everything's got more screws in than usual, just because, like you saw before, like I spent the first 20 minutes of this live stream putting loads of screws in. The reason I'm putting this passive multiple in is because I'm going to use this this voice here. I also add like I think I'm going to add. I don't know. I've done this a couple of times. Is about the bouncing ball sound. So it's like a boop, 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 boop. And how I do that is I send the trigger out of this. Actually, fudge. Before I send the trigger out, I've got to send it to the light up to light up. So, light up to show people that's being used. You don't know if you can see that. It's really bright, so you can hardly see it, but in the dark, these are pretty bright. So that's lighting up to show that it's actually coming out now. I need to plug it into a couple of envelope generators. More envelope generators, woo! Out of the buffered multiple, passive multiple, into the envelope generator that's over here. Oh, thank fudge for that. So, can you see that? You can't see it light up, can you? We're concentrating over here. I don't know whether you're going to see the lights. Oh, move all of the jack cables out of the way. You can see it, there's a trigger up here. And then also, as well as that, it wires in via this tiny, teensy little wire. It comes out of the passive multiple into the bouncing ball module, which is right here. Hey, so it's bouncing ball in. Okay, so and then I send the minus out of this envelope generator into the CV of the speed of the bouncing ball to make it sound like a bouncing ball. Yeah, okay, so right, I've got to get the sound coming out of it now. Output of this into the VCA CV. Have it coming out of this attenuator. Come on, I need a jack. I need a wire that's really short. Screw it. Huh. There we go. The great thing about this module is you can sort of like bypass it a little bit. Literally, the name sounds like something he would use. Or I'm missing the what said. Oh, somebody's done a super chat and I missed it. Where's the super chat? Oh, Overlander. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yes. Thank you, by the way, Overlander. I don't even hand wire jacks now. I design PCBs to make DIY easy. Right. So I'm getting the. I need to get the filter. This is going to be. Actually, I'm going to wire the bouncy ball to the filter. Then the VCA CV. The cool thing is if you play it, it does. You play a rhythm. It doesn't sound like a bouncy ball until it ends. Change it. Add some more. Mm-hmm. Wired and red. So yeah, that's just that is basically the setup of how it goes. Like why did the damn phone didn't send me a notification? That's bouncy ball VCA sounds so good, surprisingly usable. Yeah, it is when you wire it up in an interesting way. Presets, no less. Yeah, it's presets. Like this is the thing. Like it's basically free presets. But the thing is you could go to loads of different sounds within them quite quickly. And that's it, like, just literally use that, and that's it. Like, I can't remember who said to me, but somebody said just make sure, like, when I was playing, I used to be a guitarist in a band, and they said, just free sounds. That's all you should work with. I don't know whether that's a good rule or a bad rule, but it's worthwhile having free sounds, like a clean something and a funky, you know, and then you can compose all of the fudge. And happy days. The rest is about composition. I don't know. It depends what kind of type of music you're into. I quite like songwriting stuff. I would like, you know, if it sounds the same, like you can play the same song on a bloody guitar that you can play on a keyboard. I'm not really a soundscape kind of fellow when it comes to songs, but I like building soundscape machines. That's for sure. I do enjoy that kind of stuff. And this is just, you know, it's all over the place. A blender for sound waves. Got a pile of Kosmo modules ready to go in my second case. Just finishing building it. That's good. I'm not complaining so much. I don't know. I wasn't. But yeah, that's the setup. So what I'm going to do is there'll be a live musical gig. There'll be a live music show coming on live stream within the next week after. But if you want to see, I'm going to play a live stream either tonight, either tomorrow night or the next night on Patreon, and then a live stream next week live on here after I've put out a song. Next song coming up, and then. So that's the free. So I just figured I should do this video just to show you how it's all wired up. And to be honest, like now I've done this, I was thinking of even adding a fourth voice up at the top for a sub, but I don't know whether I'm going to bother. I think 3 is more than enough, to be honest. Such a big mess of wires that I'm surprised it hasn't tied to sell me reproduction Mac parts yet. It is changing my mind now. I see it in full action. What I don't know what mind you had. What modular is bad. Like it's just, you know, this has just been the cultivation of a couple of years of just gigging and just figuring out what works and playing live streams and stuff. It's just like this is it. This is my jamming thing. It's like it's not a computer. It's just literally. It's like having a band, guitars and drums and stuff, but in a box. That's basically the way I see it. That I need to get this top section set up. I need to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with that because it's not happy days right now. It's a bit unplugged. I might plug in Kosmo. As you can see up at the top, from gigs, like there's a sampler up there. The stereo triggered sampler. That's what I use to sort of play Britney Spears covers. You should really consider starting a Twitch channel. There is a whole community of synth players on there. We would love to have you join us. Yes, of course. I mean, I have got a Twitch channel. I just keep on forgetting to plug it in. The reason is the reason why I haven't done it on Twitch is because when I do it on YouTube, there's already a great amount of people who are interested in stuff, and I may as well just do it on here. It's just like it's the same thing, just on a different website. So. I don't know. Oh, got a beard. Got a big old beard. We're getting focused. Yeah. Oh, no, that's weird. Honestly, so you're... Oh God, it's so moving so quickly. Right, so basically, I'm going to be around for another 5 minutes. If you've got any questions, please fire away. I'm going to try and do a live stream of different things every week-ish, nearly. There's a load more live streams. I do nearly like 2 every week on Patreon as well, on top of it. So if you're interested in... I'm building some... I might even be doing one tonight, actually. I don't know. About building a large display circuit thing. Can't you do both at the same time? The structure has an unstable base somewhere, you know. Oh, I can't miss any. So if anybody's got any questions, must be a blast playing it live. Yeah, that's the thing. It is fun to play live because it's just like... Oops, I didn't know I was doing that. But it's set up to be a live playing machine to be able to play like songs and stuff. Basically just play... not McFly. It's basically there just to play cheesy 90s dance songs. Did you see my message on Patreon about the Morphogene sound? Chris? No. Chris, I am selling a Morphogene and I need to find it first. I will find you. I'll look for it. I think it's in the loft. Because if you know, I'm going to be selling a few Euro modules soon because I've got a few expensive projects coming up, so I need to sell some stuff. John, that's what I ended up having to run and grab. I had to run and catch them, John. Kosmo needs an autonomous voice module. Yeah, this is another thing. Well, to be honest, Kosmo's voice module was originally the vowels in the braids. So that's one thing Kosmo's coming back in. He's coming back in style. So before gigs, Kosmo will be up there again. And then, yeah, there'll be a stereo trigger. There may be a sub module up there as well. And also some other random sort of sounds. Because currently the only real random kind of sound generator is the one here. I might get the Benjalin. I've got a Benjalin that I sometimes play with that's running through a VCA down here. So I might plug that back up there for a bit more random stuff. But I don't know yet. I think I need something up there that's a bit interesting, a bit funky. So we've got like 3 synth voices that are relatively standard, but they've all got their own sounds. They've got distortion and things like that. You've got the kick drums and all the drums here, but something relatively... And then there's going to be the funky modules up at the top. And that might be the massive delay that I'm making, and also a sequencer, knob sequencer. What megahertz oscilloscope would be good for entry-level electronics to work on the type of stuff you work on? I don't know, my oscilloscope and my multimeter is my tongue and my ears. Like, if the thing is, the best way of figuring out whether the voltage is like, if there's enough voltage coming out of something, you just kind of, I wouldn't recommend to do this at home. You just like, that's about the right level for a synth. That's the multimeter. Don't do that. But I mean, I do that, so I'm not responsible if you do that. It's a bit stupid. Hook it up to your heartbeat. Aren't you overworked? I feel like you're doing a million things at the same time. Mary Shafik. Yeah, I probably am overworked, but it's a choice thing. The thing is, in the end, I can't take time off, basically. I feel awful when I take time off. This is my hobby, and it's a passion. And luckily enough, very, very luckily enough, right now it's a job enough to call it a job. So I just do it from when I wake up to when I go to bed. I literally don't do anything else but work. It's a bit of a sad sort of existence, but it's fun as well. Because, you know, you never know when I've just got to make the most of it whilst I can. And the platform I just designed for building a community where YouTube has next to no live stream views and viewers, and there's no way to see our modular or send and chat the next stream. It's just really lacking here in terms of supporting live streams. Are you talking about YouTube? Okay. I'll have a look at Twitch. I've got a Twitch account. I was twitching quite a bit. I was doing Twitch things recently, quite a while back, but then I'd sort of just stopped because it felt a bit counterintuitive for me. purely because I've sort of, you know, I've worked up, you know, subscribers on YouTube. I found it quite hard to pull it over to Twitch, basically. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was having problems with. Oh. Peter Dodge, I might try that. I haven't found any online. You could take time off, but I know how you feel. Haha. Yeah, I know. I mean, I can take time off if I wanted to, but I just don't want to. I literally like, I don't feel I can go through a day without doing anything. If I haven't done anything productive in a day, I feel awful. I feel really depressed. How did you start out, Sam? How did I start out? What do you mean? That's a strange one. I was a baby, and then I stopped being a baby and became a middle person, you know, and then slowly grew up and became me. I don't know. How did I start out? It's a funny question. I mean, maybe I should talk about it, but I'm not really sure. It's not that interesting. Just, I was a kid, and then I went to school, and then I left school, did some fixing of bikes at Halfords, did some cooking of food for a couple of years as a chef, and then kept on doing that. Was in a band for a while, a couple of bands. They all both went up and down and wrong and stuff. Classic Creative Sound Blaster synth when? Oh, a Creative Sound Blaster. That's a good point. I've never used a Sound Blaster, so I don't know. But hasn't a Sound Blaster got the same chip? The Y2612. What chip does the Sound Blaster have? I swear it has the same chip as the Sega Mega Drive. So potentially I've already built it. What is your favourite dessert? I've got to be honest, I'm not really a dessert kind of person. I think my favourite dessert is a pint of Guinness. Sam, where do you get your ideas from? I don't know. There are various different things. Microwave chef. That's what I was. The ideas come from various different areas. I try to different areas. Either I have a chat with a friend, like for instance Johnny or somebody like that, or it comes from the ideas on the internet, or I just walk around and go, oh, that'll be funny. And I try to. The thing is, when I get an idea that I'm really excited about, I have to make it happen straight away. I try to take time off, but I get bored and go back to work. Yeah, it's exactly the same as me, Dave. Same as me. Sam, where do you get your ideas? Oh, that's I've already read it, Grant. Yeah. Sam, why don't you use donation alert or donation pay stuff on streams? What's that? I wasn't aware of this. What's donation alert? What's donation alert? I don't know what that is. You can tell me. I'll search it up. I'll write it down on my hand. Why did Zebra break up? That's a very good point. Thank you, Jacob, for the $2. Zebra broke up because, well, mainly, so Zebra started because I had a couple of songs and they got picked up quite quickly on blogs and stuff when I put them up after my last band split up. And then I met Russ, and Russ joined the band, and then I got a couple of friends to join the band. Sadly, Ross, who was the old drummer, the first drummer, sadly passed away after he wasn't in the band at the time, but it was really sad. But and then Sim came in, but then basically we got, it's the same old story. You're signed to a major record label, you spend all your money. Some people, some of them in the band aren't that interested anymore, and it all just falls to pieces. It's just what happens. Do you know Nin Band? 9 Inch Nails? Yes, of course. Sound Blaster AWE has a sound font designer software. Really amazing technology. Well, if you tell me what chip is in the Sound Blaster, I can figure out whether it'll be cool. Yeah, blimey. Guess who found a Brawl and Cure 1022 for free? That's really good. A million Lesage. That's really good. Have you got it working yet? Yeah, Jeremy Loftus. Which Yamaha chip did they use? Which Yamaha chip? I'll search it up now, actually. Yeah, it's like saying a Yamaha chip is like saying, I don't know, McCain's oven chips. Sound Blaster chip. One sec. So Sound Blaster. Oh God, it's never there when you. So it's like, what is the? Is it an FM chip? Yeah, so the Sound Blaster is an 11 voice. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sound Blaster is quite similar. The chip is probably, in essence, a very similar thing to the one in the Sega Mega Drive. So technically, the Sound Blaster synth would be relatively similar to the Sega Mega Drive synth. Because that's... Oh, that's really good. That's really cool, Emilian. Donation alerts put up an image or animation with the name of the donator and super chat text whenever people donate. Okay, I'll have to look at donation alerts. I've never heard of it. I haven't done public live streams enough to really know. The Yamaha YM3M182. Let's search it up then. Yamaha 3182. Known as the OPL2, what has it got? 9-channel 2-operator synthesizer. It's a 9-channel 2 operators. So, you know, it's not that different from the YM2612. I think that's the one in the Sega Mega Drive. It's got the Sega Mega Drive one has less voices. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it sounds reasonably similar, pretty similar to the Sega Mega Drive synth. So, what's the point? So, yeah. When a daughter board such as the Waves Roland blah 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 was installed on the Sound Blaster, the Wave Blaster behaved like a standard device. Yeah, so you could use that as well. Anyway, right, I'm going to do one. A couple more minutes. So if anybody's got any more questions, please fire away and ask. If anybody has any questions, please let us know, and then I'll be off. Because I'm hungry, I need my dinner. I need to cook some bangers and mash. Do you worry about sharing too many ideas before you get a chance to finish projects? I imagine unsolicited advice could take some fun out of things sometimes. Yeah, to be honest, when I just have an idea, I just sort of do it. When I talk about, you know, unsolicited advice. Don't know what that means. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm a very individual, independent person. I really like solving the problems myself if I can. So yeah, I like just getting on with it. What do the 3 big white circles do? If you look at the start of the live stream, you'll know these big they're triggers. So basically, they trigger when you've got it wired up. Sam, do you like Steve Hillage? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm aware of Steve. I'll have to check it out. Do you eat beans? Yes, I eat beans. I have to eat beans pretty much all the time because I spend all my money on electronic parts. So I have to eat beans all the bloody time. Baby 8 next DIY build stream. A Baby 8 step sequencer. Maybe. I'm actually debating on doing a whole Lunetta project for a... look at that beard. I've been growing it I haven't shaved because I haven't had to film for the last few days. Yeah, I'm going to do a Lunetta project, and that will include probably some sort of Baby 8 style sequencer. If you look at a video, in fact, on the Builders Live stream, no, on the Museum of Everything Else YouTube channel, look for the video that says Flip Flop Sequencer, because I build a 4017 style Baby 8 step sequencer in there. Anyway. Had to look up bangers and mash. Brit synth guitar player doesn't know Steve Hillage. To be honest, I don't know many music. I'm really behind. Like I don't really go like. It may look like I use the internet all the time and go on the computer all the time because I'm uploading videos all the time, but I literally don't. I don't watch TV. I just sit on my own and just sing to myself and solder. It's a pretty sad existence, I've got to be honest. Love the Lunetta stuff. Sam, can you hit play while you leave? Yeah, I will in a sec. I mean, it's not... the relay sequencer was awesome. There's more updates on the relay sequencer. It's coming very soon. Anyway, right, I'm going to bugger off because I need to go. You should do a song together with Martin from Wintergarten. That would be cool. Yeah. It would be definitely cool. Are you ever going to sell any of the synths you make? Planning on building a modular synth? But which models should I start with, except for an oscillator, of course? To answer, are you ever going to sell the synths you make? Sometimes. I mean, I sell the synth modules. If you look on my website, you can buy the synth module kits. Plan on building. Start with an oscillator and a filter. If you haven't really started, look at my last live stream. From last week, I built a little sound making device and try and answer all of the questions. Baked bean footage. Last movie soundtrack you fell in love with. What? I don't watch films, so I don't really know any film soundtracks. I can't remember the last time I watched a film. I find them so boring. They're just so long. Does all of the wiring make you hate pasta? Nah, pasta's good. Good trippy ass synth music. That was fun. Thanks, Sam. You're better off too many distractions, mate. No joy in being a Netflix zombie. Yeah. I just don't watch any of that stuff. I tried. I just don't do it. I get out of just watching TV or watching any sort of media. Just saps time out of your life, I find, and it makes me feel awful. You could stream the soldering on Twitch, and you'd literally get paid to do what you. So on Twitch, I tried that. I tried streaming soldering. I tried doing soldering streaming and stuff, and I couldn't get any traction. Like there was only like 2 people watching, and I don't think you get paid for having 2 people watching on Twitch. Coffee tables. I don't know how do you monetize Twitch? I haven't got a fudging clue. I ain't got a fudging clue. Thanks for all your content, Sam. I love watching your vids and tunes, man. I'd love to write a track with you. Hey, well, whenever I'm around, I don't know. I've always got things to do. I'm very, very bad at what's the word? Remembering things. Well, coffee tables. If you want to send us some information on Twitch, then please do. But I had trouble with it. Anyway, I've got to go because I've got to go and have some din-dins. I've got to make some din-dins. This channel inspired me to build my own modular synth. Martin should make an instrument for the museum. That'd be cool. I mean, I wonder where is my first one, because they went off somewhere. Anyway, I need to open first. I need to bloody get it open. Sort out all of this COVID malarkey out. Did you get to see my doodle sent to you a few weeks ago? Ian, I don't think I saw a doodle. Where did you send the doodle to? You got a Discord. I can't stand Discord. I've got to be honest. Sorry. Unapologetically, I can't stand Discord. It's too quick moving. Old school forums. I've got an old school forum where you can actually look back at the technical information. That's on my website, but not Discord. I'm an old man with that kind of stuff. Are you into Polaroids? I was into Polaroids until I realised they were really expensive. But yeah, Polaroids are cool. I got a box because I used to take Polaroids all the time, and then I was really skint, and this was in like 2013. I had this plan. I bought a few Polaroid boxes. This is what around when they were quite hard to get hold of, and I went to Westminster Bridge and just was like, get your Polaroid with you in front of Big Ben and stuff. It went down pretty well. That was my job for like 3 or 4 months until I got stopped because I needed a license apparently, which is not good. Hell yes. So I would love you to help out so I don't forget. I'll write it on my hand. Ha! Email. Yeah, no, it's best thing to do is go on to my website, lookmumnocomputer.com, contact. There's a contact form. If you could send it on that, please, that'd be lovely. Anyway, right, I've got to go. Discord's horrendous. Loads of beeps and boops. No idea what servers. It's ADH Hell, that app. Yeah, I hate it. I'm glad I'm not the only one that has a severe dislike for Discord. That's great. Anyway, right, I'm going to be off. Please finish up the Game Boy Mega Machine. Are you procrastinating from making synth stuff and making other stuff? Yes, I've got too many projects, but I'm trying to very strictly finish projects now. So Game Boy Mega Machine is in the works. It's going to be the Leslie thing. Okay, so now then, awesome channel. Keep it up. Yes, from Yorkshire. Oh, can you mute things on Discord? Yeah, I know, but like just all of the words move too quick. It's just not the thing. Casual conversation is not what I do, and then casual conversation in text form is just even worse. Right, anyway, I got to bugger off. Enjoy yourselves. Have a lovely day. Lovely day. Totally do.